I want you to imagine that this cell is a nightclub. Anybody go to the club last night? Kind of, sort of? Yeah, all right. Don't make eye contact so long, that's weird. The cell is a nightclub. With me so far? Insulin is Scott. Scott is like, hey, all my friends, sugar and seed oils, dude, we're going to the club. So Scott tells the nightclub, I got all my friends, we want to get in. With me so far? There's a bouncer, security guard inside the club. Anybody want to take a guess that bad boy's name? Ross. His name is Ross. Ross's job is not to just check IDs, because Amanda's underage. It's 21 and up, baby. Ross's job is to know the max occupancy in that nightclub. Controlling how many people go in. I got to make sure enough people go out. I can't exceed it. Fair enough? All right. Some of you are like, y'all should just said that shit earlier. Now it makes sense. All right. What hijacks that signal? What screws that signal up? What inevitably tells that bouncer to let more things into the club when the bouncer should not? Do you remember that? What was it? Seed oils. There's a lot of nutrients going into the cell, right? That's happening. Ross should say what? What should happen? I'm full. But because we're consuming seed oils, what's Ross now saying? Come on in. I know we've got enough. Come on in, man. Party's awesome. We got this awesome. I don't care. Come on in. To the point now where a lot of people are so packed, it's god-awful uncomfortable. People are sitting on each other's shoulders, on top of shoulders. Imagine that. There's that many people. You can't move. People are squirting out of windows, out of doors. Where are we getting at? What was that an example of? Free fatty acid leak. And so now this cell has either this nightclub is predisposed to continue to get bigger. That'd be some weird walls in that nightclub. Or stuff starts to leak out of the club because the walls are rigid. Some people are predisposed that way. Regardless, now we have insulin resistance. And Pete said it's the systemic insulin resistance that we need to be concerned about, because now this is whole body shutting down and responding properly to the insulin signal. That's what we're concerned about, okay? So, systemic insulin resistance is the precursor to that trifecta, the three hypes, right? Which was what? Give me one. Hyperinsulinemia is typically, more often than not, the first warning light in the car. Everybody get that warning light? Check engine light? What should you do when that light comes on? Don't ask me what I do, but what should you do when that light comes on? I got to figure out what's going on, right? This is more or less kind of like the first thing, boom, like red alert. Well, what does it mean? Too much excess hyper hormone insulin in circulation in the blood. How do we get there? For sure, by consuming refined processed carbohydrates, especially in the form of sugar. Okay? To the point now where, because we have insulin resistance, we've got a lot of insulin out in circulation, and we just discussed what's going on the inside of the cell, and now we're resisting that. Potentially, what can end up happening? Well, we know for sure when it comes to hyperinsulinemia, we're storing more what? There's an increase of fat storage. There's a decrease of lipolysis, burning fat. And that free fatty acid leak can lead to hypertriglyceridemia. By definition, excess, too much triglycerides, fatty acid in circulation. Pete talked about a certain kind of fat earlier. You guys remember what he said? The fat that starts to get stored inside of our organs. What was that called? I already wrote it on the board. You can cheat. Ectopic fat. Well, when triglycerides are floating around in circulation, our bodies naturally need to do something with that. It needs to protect itself, keep itself safe. So it has to put it away somewhere. It ends up binding and being stored in places it shouldn't be. When it gets stored inside our organs now begin to fail. It's no longer able to do its function. So we got fatty liver disease, fatty kidney disease, fatty pancreas, fatty heart, fatty muscle. That's what this ectopic fat is. Huge issue. Another way that fat can be stored where it's not supposed to is in visceral fat. Not so much not where it's supposed to, but it's got to go somewhere. Visceral is that abdominal fat, okay? And so when Dr. Norman Kaplan said that hyperinsulinemia was the root cause of chronic disease, and he said upper body obesity specifically is what he called it back in the 80s. And at the time, there wasn't a lot of smart people at that time with the technology and the science that we knew of why specifically upper body obesity, but we knew for a fact it was upper body obesity, God bless you, which is visceral fat. Well, now we know. Now we know the mechanism. For all the lectures you've heard so far, the mitochondria lecture and then the insulin-Ross hypothesis, we know why it's being stored in the abdominal cavity. Well, when fat begins to accumulate around, not inside, that's ectopic fat, but around major organs, that's the midsection of the body, more chronic inflammation happens. More things get to be shut down, further exacerbating insulin resistance, okay? When we have exacerbated, more increased insulin resistance, and we also have hyperinsulinemia, so much insulin in circulation, our cells are no longer responding to that, meaning nothing can go in. Now we have high levels of glucose in circulation, hyperglycemia. Hyperglycemia, and raise your hand if you know somebody that has, number one, any of these conditions. Yep, raise them up high, full extension, active shoulders. Okay, take a look around. I didn't say put your hands down. Okay, so that's damn near everybody in attendance right now. All right. Now, when it comes to hyperglycemia, one way we can measure this is with a marker known as hemoglobin A1C. Right? You guys familiar with that? Cool. What does that mean? How much sugar is in your blood? How much sugar is in your blood in general, right? I love it. But specifically, it's how much sugar has bonded to the hemoglobin in the red blood cells, right? That bonding, that coupling, if you will, that attachment is called glycation. I'm going to rewrite it up here. Worthy enough to have its own category. Glycation. This is a covalent bond of a sugar to structures and membranes of the body, okay?